Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's just around Lower Beachfront, Southeast Queensland. 800 k's that way, Sydney, capital New South Wales. We're in Australia. 80 k's that way approximately is Brisbane, capital of Queensland. Just over there, might come out in camera, so where the skyscrapers are is the Pacific Ocean. And we're going west and we're going inland. If we hadn't kept going this direction, we'd end up 4,000 k's over to Perth. So you can go all the way in the interior of Australia on these back roads. You know, you're going boom, 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 zigzagging. But theoretically, reality, you can go thousands of k's. We're not too many traffic lights, because once you get another 200 kilometres west of here, there's not many big cities. There's like no big cities in fact. You know, you got Toowoomba, which is about 100 k's from here. You got Dalby. It's about, you know, these only places 30,000, 15,000 people, and that's it. And you're out there, and you got little tiny places, small places like Charleville and all that sort of stuff, Narrabri. So you can go like virtually just say you're not going to have any traffic. You can bypass Toowoomba anyway. So in Australia, we're pretty lucky on the eastern side. You can, once you hit inland, all the way down, you can get on roads like this and just cruise, I'm getting older, so I'm a cruiser. I think I'm becoming a cruiser. I'm from an off-road background, so I used to push myself off-road when I was younger, and yeah, I still enjoy it. Not on this bike, but on an appropriate bike. Even a 300 rally, you can still go pretty quick on a 300 rally. Even on stock suspension, believe it or not. You just got to let the bike talk to you. It's never going to be an enduro bike, but you can still have fun. You can go everywhere you want to go on a 300 rally, and if you drop it, you can pick it up at 152 kilos. Here's the story. It'll shock you. I rang up because I've been tossing up. I can't afford two bikes, So I can't afford two bikes. So I was tossing up. Look, I need a lighter bike. So when I'm sick. I miss going off road. I miss not being able to go down a dirt road in case it gets rougher. Suddenly goes down into a river crossing, and I'm here and I can't turn this bike around. Whatever, right? It's fucking, this bike weighs 230 kilos, all my luggage on it. But even if I took everything off, 208 kilos, it is a heavy bike. So the new 2025 rally, 26 rallies coming out in Australia. Overseas has been out for a while. It's got the blue tank on it. This is a rally version because you need. I still want the protection, the shroud here and a tank because I owned a 300 rally, and you can virtually ride the 300 rally like I'm riding now all day on these back roads and be protected against the wind and a little bit of a weather. It's got a little windscreen on it. It is virtually a miniature version of this, It certainly hasn't got, it's only got 27 horsepower, this has got 92, so you're not going to get the thrill of riding on the road. You're not going to get that adrenaline rush, but hey, this is a God-honest truth. I've done nearly 9,500 k's on this 25 model. I did 32,000 on the 23 Transalp. So that's 40,000 k's on two Transalps, and I can count on one hand when I went the speeds that you would even approach utilising the power of 92 horsepower. Most of the time I'm trundling along at the speed limit or below, riding to the conditions. So I don't care what the speed limit. What I mean is, if the speed limit is 60, I'll just obviously won't speed or 80, but I might need to do 40, where it's appropriate. Because I think there's kangaroos coming around the corner, and I've been twice. I've slowed right down, and there's been a kangaroo come out. I've got 3 of them on camera. If you look through my videos, at least one of them anyway. Kangaroo, two kangaroo ones on different roads. So I guess what I'm saying is, so what might shock you, I'll get back to what I was talking about I rang up, sent some, asked how much, what I was looking for. This bike cost me nearly 18 grand, It's got $3,000 worth of factory extras plus a Honda top box, which costs $1,200, Costs $1,200 to, if you bought it new. With a mounting plate, 50 litre top box. I've got it in my shed, so I took it off this bike because I got panniers on, and having a big top box and panniers, it's a bit too much, So now I've got a little 10 litre tail bag, which is great. I can even attach my coffee thermos to this little tail bag. It's fantastic. So put a couple of drinks in there, put my air pump in there, and that's about it. And my a couple of bandages and stuff, first aid kit, and that's it. It's just low profile. So anyway, I'm digressing again. So I rang up and I thought, well, my idea is to get the new 25 Transalp, 25 Honda Rally, which hasn't been released in Australia. It's been overseas for a while. The blue vert tank. I know it's been released in the United States and Britain, maybe. South Africa, I think they've got it. Asia, they've got the bike, I believe. So Australia's... so anyway, I was thinking I'll get 5 grand for this. This bike cost me $17,800 plus with $3,000 of extras plus the top box. So even take away the top box, forget the $1,000 top box, which I was selling with a bike, and I said, okay, I want $5,000 plus for 25 Rally, but 25 Rally costs $10,300 right away, the 25 model. The new model is coming out, but there's only a handful in the showrooms at the moment, but there are now in Australia. So okay, well my bike's got to be worth 15 grand, At least. I mean, it costs 17.8. It's only got 9,500 Ks on it. Gentle Ks. Roads like this. Anyway, and the answer was no. We'll be looking at virtually a straight swap. Yeah. So this is how Honda dealers treat their customers, This model was released in I bought this in September 2025, barely 4 months ago. They released it in Australia in 2020. This has got the updated suspension, different colour grey. Those minor improvements to the bike. No indication that they were bringing the 26 model out, because the 23 model and the 24 model were identical, so you would expect the 25 and 26 model should have been identical, because this only came out in 2025 September. Lo and behold, they announced the 26 model, Less than 3 months, they announced it in December. Less than 3 months after they sold the first 25 models in Australia, they announced the 26 model. No indication from a dealer or Honda Australia that the 26 model was coming out, yet they gladly took people's money, knowing that they would be releasing a major revamped version 3 months later, which is going to have E-clutch, fully adjustable suspension, or near fully adjustable suspension, front and back, E-clutch, and revised graphics and some other minor improvements. So that's not despicable behaviour from Honda. I don't know what it is. So, and dad insult to injury. A loyal customer. I bought 3 Hondas in 2 years. Goes in there. I said, okay, look, I've had. All right, I'm getting older. I've had surgery. I just need a lighter bike because I want to do some off-roading. And the Transalp is too heavy, Oh, no worries, mate. No worries. Oh, well, no. So people don't want to buy bikes with 9,500 Ks on them. Twin, all right. So Viverti offered me 10 grand on a $18,000 bike, 4 months old. And we all know these parallel twins, 10,000 Ks is nothing, eh? I'd rather buy a bike with 10,000 Ks that hasn't had any issues than buy a new bike that, well, you know, I would sell this private for 15 grand, eh? And the person's getting $3,000 worth of extras and a 50 litre top box. They're getting $20,000 worth of a bike for 15. So what, 10,000 Ks? Fuck. I did 32,000 Ks on my 23 model, and there was not one thing right. Had a scheduled servicing, just rode it on road like I'm riding now, nice and easy. There's kangaroos known to be through these twisties here. I've come across them multiple times. So ridden like this, you know, just cruising. And they're saying my bike is only worth $10,000, So needless to say, I'm not going to swap it for it. I'm not that rich that I can say I'm not that rich, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not that stupid, not that wealthy, but I'm just going to swap this over for a 25 Rally, even though it's probably the best bike for me. I mean, I love being able to pull the throttle and feel that surge of power, eh? On this 92 horsepower bike, eh? But where can you use that power? Like, I just pulled the throttle there, you know, like... I'm in standard mode, I'm not in sports mode. Yeah, that feels good. I mean, that, you know, that will take off even... At 6,000 revs, this bike really takes off, eh? But I'm just wary of a speed limit. So if I drop it down to second, even first, so yeah, say first, and I'll show you like briefly. Now that's you know, that's impressive, isn't it? Standard mode. It's not slow. Let's put it that way. Yeah, of course, I force. And that, from that speed which I just did, it's probably going to pull away nearly as good as a inline four-cylinder, eh? Like a Ninja SX1000, a Suzuki. Yeah, they will pull away over a quarter mile. Not by that much, but you know, this will do 11.3 quarter mile. They'll probably do the quarter mile in 10.8. This will do 0 to 100 in about, what's it, about 3.8 seconds, 3.9 seconds. A Ninja, a CV1000 Hornet, 150 horsepower, will only do 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds, because you can't get the power down, eh? See, with this, you can get the power down a bit better than those bikes. It hasn't got 150, it's only got 92. And you got... So anyway, it was just a real kick in the nuts, eh? Kick in the teeth. So what's the answer? What the answer is, I shouldn't have even traded my 23 model in on this one. Obviously, there was no indication the 26 model was coming out, and there was nothing wrong with the 23 model bike. The money I put towards the 25 model, this one, I could have bought myself a 300 Rally, yeah, a 23 model brand new Rally, and that's what I was going to do. So I've only got myself to blame. Just greed, eh? I saw the bright, shiny bike with all the extras on it. It's only, you know, it's only 8-9 grand extra. They're only going to give me only gave me 9.5 for this one. But this one was nearly 2 years old. Sorry, the 23 model was nearly 2 years old with 30,000 Ks. Now I'm only been offered $800 more for the 25 model with 9,500 Ks. So that's the fucking... I'm not going to say it, but that's what we're facing as customers in Australia. People go, no, I don't buy a Chinese bike because they devalue. Well, let me tell you, everybody, don't fall for that guff, eh? If all you can afford is a CF Moto 450, which I believe is a pretty good bike, it's still a bit too heavy for me. 195 kilos wet, so it's not too much lighter than this bike, and it's only got 47 horsepower. That's why I wouldn't look at it. But it does have a lower center of gravity. But anyway, it's a lot cheaper, eh? And you get a new bike, and I think they're 3-year warranties, the CF Motors. but you can take that with a pinch of salt because your bike might be in. The dealers aren't in a hurry. This is what we all don't understand until it happens. When you have a warranty claim, doesn't mean, oh, you go in there and the dealers go, oh shit, a warranty claim. Stop everything, boys. We've got a warranty claim here. Oh, geez, a warranty claim. Oh, we'll get straight at it, boss. We'll get the super instant express couriers. We'll get on to Japan. That doesn't happen, eh? Just read online how many stories that people have had for bikes and dealerships, and once a known fault is recognised, you can't just ride away from the dealer if your bike's under warranty and say, fuck it mate, I'm not going to worry, I'm not going to wait, because you've voided your warranty, eh? There's a fault on your bike and you're riding your bike, so you're stuck. There's a warranty claim. You might have your bike in that dealership for months, weeks, months, and they may not even fix it when it comes out. You might away and you're just another number. So you buy your $20,000, $25,000 Honda, eh? And when you go to sell it, you get peanuts. This Transalp is probably one of the most reliable bikes. I haven't heard of any. We all have niggling issues with a bike. Like I've whinged about the sock tyres. It's just the sock tyres, eh? And I'm stubborn, so I'm going to wear them out. They're nearly worn out now, another 2,000, 3,000 Ks. And I'll be putting probably Pirelli Scorpion Trail 3s on, or Dunlop Mixed Tours, because I know they were a good tyre. I rode with Dunlop Mixed Tours on the 23 model for 16,000 Ks out of it. 24,000 Ks, sorry, and I had the Pirellis for 8,000 Ks. I didn't have cruise streets until I bought this new, and these are shocking, eh? But they are what they are. There's a lot of a reason why I go very moderately, even more moderate than I would normally do, because I don't trust these tyres, eh? They're just substandard tyres, and just not good tyres. I like the bike, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm going to stop. It's just, I wish this only weighed about 170 kilos, and I probably, it's a hard one, I owned a C100 300 Rally, the 23 model for free. I don't know if I mentioned that just before, but I owned a 300 Rally briefly for 6 months, and I had a medical emergency and I had to sell it. I was stuck in hospital. Now, that bike was a great bike. I used to take it all over, all the back roads, just riding like this, and it was further down in New South Wales at the time, and I'd see a track go off in the bush. It doesn't happen this way around here, but in Sunshine Coast it does. Oh, there's a trail, there's a dirt road, and you just go down it, and you can go for miles. Oh, you can go for like hundreds of Ks, like 30, 40, 50 Ks, so then come back further down onto the same road you just turned off. You've gone through the bush, you've gone up these hills, you've been doing wheel sand, you've been exploring 30, 40 Ks, and you come out on the road, it goes in a big loop, and you come out on the road 10 Ks down the road back onto the tar. That was a brilliant feeling, eh? You were sitting on a bike, you could go anywhere, and if I dropped that bike in between that enduro loop I was on, I could pick the bike up, 150 kilos. So if I did the same thing on this, and I dropped the bike, fuck, I'll be stuck. So I won't take the bike out there, because that's just silly, isn't it? If you can't pick your bike up and you're riding alone, and if you drop the bike here, well, you're in the ROCQ Ultimate, which is $380 a month. What's this guy doing? And they will come out on any public road and tow you back to civilization, And the Ultimate Care, you get 200 Ks free towing. They all come out to you 200 Ks free towing, and I think it's 100 Ks from where they pick you up free towing, something like that. So that's worth looking into. Yeah, so I definitely missed the rally. I did 3,500 Ks on it, and about 6 months, but a couple of months of that was when I was a medical issue, so probably 4 months, 3,500 Ks. So I had a Versus 650 in conjunction with them, and I used to ride this Versus 650 and go, Versus 650 is the best bike ever, and I'd leave a rally in the garage for a week, I had a bit of spare time, so I was riding every day before it was medical bullshit, and then I'd get on the rally. I go, well, I want to do off-road riding today. I got on the rally, and I used to take the Versus on very, very light dirt roads and little where cars could go, basically registered roads. And I took the rally, and after being 2 days on a rally, I went, this is the best bike. I don't know why I'm not riding this rally more often. And it was the only reason I kept going back to the Versus was because the Versus was quicker on road, and I was watching a lot of on-road bike videos, and I wanted to learn more skills on road. I realised when I was younger, because I used to have an FJ 1200, I hadn't really learned how the technique on the road. I was just riding, like using my off-road skills, but not really. It was before ABS, so my bike didn't. I don't think the FJ 1285 had ABS. I'm pretty sure it didn't. So you have to be very careful on brake pressure, But so getting off the subject a bit, but so the purpose was just to illustrate. This dealer has depreciated my bike by 60, 50, 40%, 45% in 4 months. It's just shocking. An $18,000 bike, and you got to remember, and I'm just telling myself, I've got a top box as well. This is not a Mickey Mouse, this is a Honda genuine top box, which costs people, so people go and buy the bike for 16.5 for 25 model. That's what it costs with no accessories. Then they go, I would like that, and they sell them all the accessories, and by the time they walk out the door, because they're on fine, just another few, they've spent 20 grand. We would have spent $20,000 to buy my bike with no Ks on, brand new. And I'm selling, and the dealer's telling me my bike is only worth $10,000. I think it should be an inquiry, an investigation on the prices that the dealers are offering. If I, to be honest, and this has been completely honest, I'd probably, if I had the means, if I had the money now, I'd get a BMW, because you have a 5-year warranty, and have guaranteed buybacks. I would get 2 bikes, because with a guaranteed per buyback trade-in value, you've got to do a limited amount of Ks. I think it's only like 5,000 Ks every year. And that's not much, so you need 2 bikes, so you keep the BMW. Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? That's the thing, You buy a bike to ride it, You don't buy a bike to, I'll only ride it on Sundays every month because I don't want to depreciate the bike. And it's real, the depreciation is freaking real, but I guarantee if my bike only had 3,000 Ks on it, they would only give me 11, 12,